they come? There's still time. I heard you say back up the car, all that stuff, so I felt like. Oh, yeah. Well, why not? I mean, if it's closer. Yeah. No. I think I'm on in the other one. Can you grab me a half one of this? Because I want to go out there with one of them. Awesome sponsor. All right. Thank you. No, because then it looks like two stage. You go out there with a beer mustache. Zero, nothing, just no levels to that voice. I was like, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah, no, you don't. Thank you so much, Amy. Is this anybody's first time here at the pizza? Holy cow. Okay, let's do that again. Has anybody been here before? That's easier. This guy. One guy, really? Right in the front or so, he's like, that's not how you make thin crust pizza. I've taken all 93 courses here at the Culinary North Academy of North American Pizza and Culinary Academy. I mess it up all the time, but thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. We're here, we're back. Everybody feels safe, everybody happy, everybody got some drinks. We're excited. I'm excited to be here. I have my right hand here, Lisa Critch. I don't know if anybody's ever ordered anything from Mauro Provisions that came broken. You probably dealt with Lisa before. But we're going to do some of my favorite. Like, if anybody follows me on Instagram, I ate this very same thing when I came back from the South Beach Food and Wine Festival. Ironically, I did not plan this knowing that I was going to come home from a food festival and literally eat. It was an 18-inch pizza, and I took about 75% of that down. But it was a thin crust sausage with a side of wings, albeit I did order boneless wings, which I didn't know people. It's very polarizing, boneless wings, because people are like, no, they're nuggets. You're a grown man. Why are you eating chicken nuggets? I go, well, you're a human being. Why do I have to sit there and see you gnaw on a wing like a predator, like a bird of prey? I don't want to see that either. And then they leave the wings all over. I have like 9 pages on why you shouldn't serve bone-in wings at your party, but this is a different kind of party. We will serve you some crispy oven-fried wings rubbed in our Mauro Provisions black powder and barbecue chip dust, which I believe are in all the bags. You get a barbecue chip dust. You get a black, you get nothing. I'm kidding. So let's start. If anybody has a question, shout it out to me. I have, I'm an open book here for us. It's a very intimate night. We're streaming live. Hello, everybody, on YouTube Live. And I believe there's 7,000,000, 7,000, 7 people watching. Which is better than how many? 0. Yes. How you guys doing over there? You happy? You good? Do you watch The Kitchen? That was kind of like a maybe. It's all right. And I hear we have a birthday here at this table, huh? How old are you tonight? 21! Casadores, break it out. Break out you have the tequila back there? Maybe later. No, we can't do that. You are 21, though. You get the, did you drive yourself here? Yeah. Oh, what the hell is this? Thank you, family. What are you drinking there? Seriously, at 20? Hot Butcher, huh? And where's my Hot Butcher friends here? Anybody here from Hot Butcher? They couldn't make it. What? Did he deliver the baby? This is way more important, I believe. But Hot Butcher, it's a great beer, so salute to these sponsors. One of my favorite, Jude La Rosa, he's a great brewer. He's from the neighborhood, from Chicago, from Galewood, from where I grew up. And like most great partnerships and people I've met that I admire myself, him being one of them, I met because his mom's a fan. And that just happens all the time. Like musicians will be like, some of my favorite bands, like the drummer's like, come backstage. I'm like, why? He's like, because my mom's a fan of yours. I'm like, I guess that's cool. Which makes me cool, but I don't care. Backstage on the tour bus, crushing beers. Not you until tonight. First drink of the night. First ever sip of alcohol tonight, right? It's so spicy, isn't it? Tingles and it makes you feel funny inside. Be careful. It can get out of control quickly. Let's start with our wings. Shall we start cooking? Yes, we should. Everybody got plenty to drink? This is the third one. This is the best one, Anthony. Tell me, am I wrong? Lisa, am I wrong? It is the best one. This is good. I got great energy here. I wasn't feeling it today. I was driving here. I was like, man, I don't know if this is going to be good. But I saw you beautiful people. I saw him. You dropped me down one notch, and now I'm back up. Let's make some wings, shall we? The easiest wings in the world for the big game, for the baseball game, for Memorial Day this weekend. This is something, if you crave a crispy wing and you don't want to have to get a huge deep fryer going or a cast iron enamel Dutch oven going on the stovetop with a candy thermometer and it's bubbling, and then what do you do with the oil, right? You dump it down the sewer. No, you don't. You don't dump it down the sewer. That's where the fish live. So it's so hard to deep fry it. Fish don't live in the sewer. The alligators live there. Everybody knows that. This is just such an easy way to kind of mimic the deep fry and the crispiness and the bubbly skin without having to go through all the, the nonsense of stinking up your house and doing all the oil and all that. And really the secret are 2 ingredients, salt and baking soda, right? Baking powder. I always get them confused. Who still gets them confused? I'm an international star of television. Pay me big money to say I know it, and I still get baking soda and powder confused. What's the one you put in your fridge when it smells? Soda. Baking soda. And what's the one you put on your wings when you want them crispy? Powder. See, now I'm never going to forget, Lisa. Thanks for that analogy. So what the baking soda does, powder. What is it? It's baking powder. Not Arm & Hammer. No. Clabber Girl. What is it? Clabber Girl? Weird name, right? I think that'd be pretty illegal right now, so calling your product Clabber Girl. So what this does is kind of really dehydrate that skin nicely, but you need 2 things: salt, baking powder, and thyme. Not the herb thyme, but thyme overnight. On a wire rack sheet pan in the fridge, 24 hours. You can maybe push it 8 hours. 3 might get you a little something fun and bubbly. But what you really want to do is plan ahead, because it'll be worth it, 100%. And it's a teaspoon per pound of wings, right onto the chicken wings, into a bowl, all right? Just like that. So I know, you can get your fancy measuring thing, but, and then you just toss it. I like to do these, do the baking baking powder first and then the salt, just so you know this all kind of gets incorporated onto that. And instead of salt, I like to play with different rubs and spices at this point because there's going to be salt in here. There's going to be a little sugar, which will help kind of make things happen. But ultimately, it's that combination of these two ingredients in the time and circulation of air getting everything crispy. So when you pull them out the next day, you're like, oh my God, these wings look so dry, right? They look like they're not going to be juicy. But you want the skin super blisteringly crispy, but that inside to retain that juice. And it's almost like a dry brine, combined with this fun little method of. Hey, we got a question from the audience? Yes. Do you brine the chicken wings before? In like a water brine with salt? No, this is everything the brine will do and then some. Because I love brine poultry, but if you want a crispy skin, chicken, bone in, skin on, chicken breast, you can brine it. It'll be super juicy in there, but if you take it out of the brine liquid and then roast it, it'll compromise the skin crispiness. So this way, you're dry brining it. The salt's still doing its magic, the chemistry, and then? We split them. Yes, we're splitting them. Thank you, Lisa. Did you just see me get the spoon to split them? You saw that. Thank you. She's always telling me what to do. All right, so I'm going to do half and half. About a tablespoon of this, but why I call this, has anybody had this yet? Anybody order the cheesesteak kit or whatever from Mauro Provisions? No, it's awesome because you guys are getting the only way you can get these two rubs are in the cheesesteak kits right now. But what I love about this is it took me like 6 months to kind of nail down the profile, but my favorite part of a bag of potato chips is a barbecue potato chips, like kettle chips, crunchers. Do you ever have crunchers? Right? It's like, you start swelling immediately. You're like, why can't I get off my ring? You're like, you do the lick and then the pull method. But I love that flavor at the end of the bag when you turn over the bag and you just kind of dump it in your mouth, right? In the car driving and it's all over. Hide the evidence, right? My wife's like, were you eating crunchers in the car? I'm like, no, what do you mean I look like? I'm just like, look like I've been to a gentleman's club. You know what I mean? Not like the glitter, but it's chip dust. So point being is that this tastes exactly like mainlining that end of the bag of barbecue chips that I love. It's sweet, it's smoky, it's everything. I've been putting it on salmon. I've been putting it on vegetables. My son loves it on sweet potatoes. It's just so, I don't know. It's so gratifying that it's really the only barbecue rub that I ever want to kind of, I do it. I'm in the cupboard, nobody's looking, or the pantry. You can't say cupboard anymore, it's very dating. But then it's good because it's got a lot of texture, turbinado sugar, garlic, smoked chipotle, so you get smokiness, and that's it. And it's going to dehydrate it in the fridge overnight. You don't want to just put this on a wire, just a flat sheet pan. You want to make sure you get definitely that wire rack. This is the most miracle thing I use more than anything in my kitchen is probably this setup here for everything, whether I'm doing fish or last night we did black cod. I did it on this, right? You get circulation, you get proper, heat distribution. Or as we say, me and Jeffrey on the kitchen, a little distribution. All right, this is our black powder rub. Anybody ever watch The Kitchen? It's a really good show. Have you ever seen it, Anthony? Every Sunday, you said it. That's when the reruns are on. What's a rerun? No. She tapes it, right? She sets the thing. I bet you still got the remote. I bet you got the remote that still has the cord attached to the VCR. So you only got like a good 4.5 feet. You're like, exactly. Before I do that too, I'm actually, because there are a little sugar in here. Normally, this is not the type of place that has spray. You don't have the spray oil, do you? Doesn't matter. No, the answer is no, because it's so damn fancy here. So we're gonna brush this with the finest imported extra virgin. This is what he puts in his hair every night before bed. And we're gonna hit this with that black powder rub. And this is just another level of flavor that you're not gonna get on those, sweet and smoky wings. These are gonna be like crunchy and, you know, real garlic and nutty. And what is so good about this is that you put it on any steak, any piece, any beautiful filet, any ribeye, any beautiful meat from Mauro Provisions or International Meat. Shout out Johnny, our butcher's here. John Scorza, who he cuts every single meat for Mauro Provisions. Wave, look at him. No, he's missing a couple fingers. I don't know if you caught that. It's been a busy year. But this, you put it on any steak, and the heat reacts with the seeds in there, because it's got sesame seeds, poppy seeds, granulated garlic, turbinado sugar, all that stuff, and I'm just so proud of it. And it really is good on everything, right, Lisa? What do you put it on?
I use it instead of black powder, or black pepper.
Right?
I just do salt and that on everything.
She is a cheap. Oh, you're back on top now. Thought you were down. So this goes in the fridge, but for sake of time, it's going in a 450-degree oven. And this is going to take about 25 minutes, okay? It could take a little long. What? No, go ahead. No, take over. I'll just take a break. No, this is a Blue Star oven. Really nice. And watch how it closes. Watch this. Now, I'll open it again. I'm going to open this. Watch with my mind. Did this right? Stupid. All right, let's get to the pizza. So that's going to take about 25 minutes. You can flip it at the 20-minute mark, right? But since we're cooking it on a rack, we're going to have a little more even cooking. Let's get to our pizza dough, which is, I've done a couple demos here before, and I've done the Detroit, but this is, I don't know. This is what's so funny over there? Did I say something funny? Thank you. What I love about this recipe, this is a true Chicago thin crust recipe that you could replicate at home. It's kind of the unsung hero of the pizza world. I'm constantly arguing with my co-hosts about pizza and Chicago pizza. And they think that here in Chicago, I assume most of us are, anybody from out of town? I heard there were people, where'd you guys come from? Oh, where? So are you a Detroit style fan? What's that mean? Oh, that's where it on the... So if I'm looking at a map, you're right here. And Chicago's right here. Oh, so you're northeast? Yeah, Canada. I get it now. But right, there's all these regional styles, and all the East Coasters think all we do here in Chicago is eat like big, thick, deep dish pizza, right? That's where they see it on the billboard, and think the cheese is up the hair, and everybody's got the thing, and you develop like a goiter from eating it. Right, everything. Talk about swollen, right? But I try to convince them. I go, well, we don't like Chicago pizza. I go, well, you've never really had what we eat, which is this tavern-style thin crust. And there's different styles of even our thin crust, right? Here you got the crispy, crackery, almost slightly sweet, kind of southwest side style. Then you got, you know, the more biscuity, layered, like if you've had a motto, stuff like that. And that's kind of where we're going. I love the thin crust here. I love it cut in squares, and what makes our pizza special is not only that beautiful crust, but big chunks of really good Italian sausage, right? And really good cheese, usually grande cheese from Wisconsin, a lot of good places make. Whole milk mozzarella, low moisture, you get the string, you get the twosomeness, and then you go to New York, and I'm there all the time, right? And I think there's some really good slices out there. There's good pizza, there's good authentic Anthony, right? Wood-fired, Napolitan-style pizzas. I love it. And I know you like your $2 slice in a soda type joints, right? You like those. That's what everybody's defending all the time. But what I'm defending in comparison to that is just beautiful, the communal aspect of how we eat pizza, right? It's never on the go. It's never, I just have $2. I need to shove something in my mouth. Take this floppy piece of pizza that's been sitting in a window for 3 hours with flies landing on it that gets reheated in a nasty oven. What? And then you don't know what the difference is between the greasy paper plate and the slice you're eating. Next thing you know, you're lost on the subway, right? You've been mugged. Right? But this way, when we order pizza, it's on a Friday night, comes hot, delivered to the house, or we're going to the pizza joint. and then you're having the, the beer, and you got the salad, and you got the kids running around, all this stuff. So this is what this recipe evokes to me, is that beautiful pizza coming with those chunks of shiny sausage, that awesome cheese cut into squares. And what I love about square cuts, and then the East Coasters get very angry about this as well. I'm gonna mix our thing really quick while I'm pontificating here. It's milk, a little warm milk, about a half a cup, quarter cup of water, and that's the difference. That kind of gives you that beautiful browning effect. A little bit of sweetness is the milk fat, the milk solids in the whole milk that you're using in this recipe. And we're gonna feed the yeast with a little sugar, and then you're gonna use a little instant yeast in there, right? And boom, we're gonna let this bloom for 5 minutes. You can measure that out, but it's usually like a pack. I already know this because I'm an internet star. But what I love about the square cut compared to the floppy triangular cuts is that there's always a little something for everybody, right? It's like the most dynamic way to eat a pizza. I'm a guy, if you see my pizza, if I'm alone like somewhere and nobody's around watching me and I'm eating pizza, which is kind of like my favorite sport, is that like, I'll create like an entry point by taking one of the sides, and then I'll just hot tub it. And I'll just eat all the middle pieces until it's just a rim. So it kind of looks like Pac-Man, because this guy's gone. But then a lot of families, right, especially in mine, if you don't get to it first, the little mini corners are usually missing, right? I'm like, what happened? I swear I just brought the pizza in and I put it down and I went and I took a pichade and I came back and the corners are gone. So that's, you got to keep an eye on it. But that's what I love. There's something like, my wife loves the exterior, the crusty pieces, the edges. My son loves the corners, the triangles, and I'm a middle piece guy. Something for everybody, much like this city. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. It was just great. I got to end on that. That was too good. Anthony, that was good. Okay, so we're going to use the KitchenAid here. You can use whatever off-brand mixer you might have. What are you holding? Cuisinart? Cuisinart mixer? It's okay. It's fitted with a dough hook. We're going to let this bloom, theoretically, right, for about 5 minutes. You can see it start to bubble up, create the kind of that active raft on top. That's when you know it's working. A couple cups of all-purpose flour. You can use the good imported flour. So what flour do you sell here? Bless you. Cinque Stagioni, 00, the best. Would this be good for this? What would you guys use for the ones back there?
We used American
American
all-purpose.
all-purpose. So you have to dumb it down for my recipe. Is that what you're saying? There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So now we can add the salt in here. You never add the salt in with the thing, with the yeast. Why? Kills it. Who said that? Michigans? Who said? That's so honest. The Michigan guys are so honest. Chicago guys like, I said it. Give me. Where's the free shit? I could swear in front of him. He's 21 now. I'm sorry. This is indoctrination of all indoctrinations here tonight. That's right. So you gotta go to Mexico, Cancun, or come here, huh? What would you rather do? So I'm just gonna move this around. It's got the flour in there. But we're gonna do this on low for about 5 minutes. No other fat, no oil, no nothing else in here. It's seasoned with the kosher salt. We got the seasoning from, let me make sure we scrape all that out. Because this is baking, Lisa, and I want to make sure that all the quantities and the equations are correct. And we also need this to do a little scrape down. And that's it. We're going to start moving it around. It'll start catching it. Can you guys see up there, right? Yeah. And then I like this move. Don't you like that when you try not to hit it on the dough hook? It's very scary. Ooh. I like to stick my hand in there. No. What classes have you taken here at the North American Pizza and Culinary Academy.com?
Last summer I took the Chicago Tavern style.
The Chicago Tavern style. So it was kind of like this.
Yes.
Is it the different recipe already? Do you remember? Have you made it at home?
Yeah, I made it at home, but the one I did here it was a sausage and mushroom pizza.
Sausage and mushroom.
Very good, yeah.
But fresh mushrooms, not the canned stuff they usually pawn off as mushrooms at most pizza places, right? I always ask. Don't be afraid to ask. If they're going to give me canned mushroom, I mean, there's something. If you're in a jam, I'll eat them. But I'm from the school of no. The only vegetables on the pizza is giardiniera. Is there giardiniera in these things too? Oh no, but we got it over here for sale. Has anybody had my giardiniera yet? Is it the best? I'm so proud of it. I really am. We eat it on everything. We're gonna give you guys a little some of that tonight. It's in a small cup though. It's very premium. So if it's not coming together yet, I'm gonna add a little finest Chicago tap stock in here. But it should come together nicely, right? If it's winter, this could have happened already in the dry, dregs of summer. It might not happen as quickly. But I like, you can make this theoretically in a Cuisinart fitted with a plastic blade. Works wonderful. But I don't know, something about this action of the dough hook for this recipe, makes it sing. All right. What? Wait, hold on. Whoa! All right, instant yeast, but no, this will come together. This is I do want this to come together though, Lisa. Can you attend to this, please, while I roll out some dough? So it's about 1 pound of dough. That's what this recipe leaves you with. Just needs a little more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very good. Is she gonna throw it away? No. Here comes the fireworks for real now, guys. So for this recipe, and first of all, you guys heard of this book yet? Come on over. That's where the recipe's from. Did anybody buy the book already? You're the only ones who bought the book?
April 13th.
Oh, you got it. April 13th. Remember that day? It's a great day. I have it tattooed on my back. Hold on. Let me show you. I'm kidding. It's my lower back, I should say. Yeah, it's been awesome. The book's doing great. I got all my favorite recipes. I believe everybody's getting a copy of Come On Over here tonight, too. Well, how about that? And, of course, I'm going to sign them all, so we'll personalize them. Were yours signed when you ordered them, April 13th?
No, but I sent him one to college. And
Really?
personalized his.
I heard that's what college you go to? University of Iowa, small school, nice. Were people like, is it like displayed in your room, in your dorm room? I'm just trying to think, like, if I had 0 cookbooks in college, right? Say, hey ladies, come here, I got this signed copy of Come On Over. Let's fire up the CD machine. Hold on, let me move the bong. No, I'm kidding. He's 21. What? It's his mom? No, you guys are siblings. See where flattery gets you, young man? That's why you. What's that? Wait, are you with her? You know it? That's your dad? This is great. When did you guys have kids? There you go. Good answer. Hey, we're all having a good night tonight. Just make sure you get a room at the Radisson or something like that. Terrible, Lisa. How's that coming? Wow, see? Magically came together. Can you guys see that up there? Or I'm right there. Am I in the way? So, the pizzas, first of all, is anybody hungry? Did anybody come hungry? Nobody?
In the back row.
Nobody pre-gamed, right, with dinner. They didn't go to the tavern and have some wings before that? Smart. Because we got a lot of pizza and a lot of wings to give to everybody tonight. But what you're going to see is Mr. Anthony has this giant. Here, roll it out really. Is it hard to get out here? The dough. Yeah, the machine. You don't have to turn it on. You want to see this kind of what we're all being replaced by eventually. Oh, is there a question? Oh. See, they can't even get it out. This is illegal in 6 states. It's a sheeter, yeah. So you feed the dough balls in. So I'm back there, and I'm like, man, you know what? I got a lot to live up to. I'm like, I'm not great at, rolling perfect circles in rounds of dough. And then I see their speed rack, their rack of pizza before, and guess what? You lied. You've been lying to me this whole time. It's done by a FGD machine. I thought it was this guy with the man hands over here. Like, I'm so tired from making the rounds perfect. I get the protractor and I do this and I make it around. That's an Italian accent. I can do that. I'm a hundo. What's up, young man? Yeah, totally. I mean, I prefer the rolling pin, and not even like, not the one with the handles and the funky little mechanism in there that gets all the dough and stuff in there that gets clogged up. I'm like, Mom, it's pretty moldy in there. She's like, it's fine. She hits me with it. I'm like, I'm 42, and I'm an international star. You can't hit me anymore. What's that? Exactly right. Oh, we got another question?
How do you get it not to come back? I have.
You're fighting with the dough, right? It's.
Oven, and we buy frozen pizza dough from Tony's, and we thawed and we let it rest for hours, but it then keeps coming back.
Keeps
and I'm
right.
Fighting and fighting.
Anthony, I know that. Let's get an official pizzaiolo professional.
Usually temperature. The temperature of the dough is too cold, so the gluten is still tight. So
But I let it sit for 12 hours.
out of the refrigerator.
Out of the refrigerator, on our counter, with the towel boiled, and then with the towel over it, and it's still fighting it, and it still
So
springs back.
don't oil it.
Okay.
One, because the oil is what's sliding back and forth.
Okay.
And like you see, Jeff rolled it out.
It's perfect.
Nothing on, so with nothing on the table. So this way it helps stretch it.
Did that,
An international professional.
It's an international professional.
how long time that dough?
It's a 2-hour proof.
Yesterday was outside the cooler for about 2.5 hours.
Okay, thank you.
I have that problem all the time for some reason, and I oftentimes have more problems with the store-bought dough. If I get it at Caputo's or if I get it from the pizza guy down the street or so, when I make it, I feel like it's more relaxed when it comes time to rolling. But it is usually but if it's out on if it's room temperature for 12 hours.
It should roll. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're putting in there.
Yeah, it bounces back.
You probably should mention you live in Antarctica.
Let's try making our own next time.
How are my wingies look? Oh man, those look so good. All right, look at this. Is not bad. I didn't use the thing. Oh, we gotta.
Not so much here in Chicago, I see it, but when I go to New York and South Jersey, I see a lot of the 100% Italian guys throwing that dough in the air as high as that good. Is there a benefit to that, or is that just for show?
So there's really no benefit. It's more show. Because pizzerias, most of the pizza makers were in front window of the pizzeria. So as people were walking by, they throw it up to try to catch people's attention. But it will help, get the excess flour off the dough.
Oh, so there's
Yeah.
a reason why they do that.
Yeah. But you could do it, this high also.
And because the most popular ingredients in New York at those places, right, are usually cheese, pepperoni, sausage, and vent dust.
I get mine on the side.
That took me about 30 seconds to come up with. While you were asking, I was like, oh, what's the joke? Vent duct work. Yeah. Anthony's got the thing back here. It's a New York wall. It's on the wall. It looks like, right? It looks like it belongs in, it's like cooling an airport. It's so big. And it gives you it's all in the pH and the finer.
It has good water for pizza, but we get a lot of people in from around the country that some places don't have good water. So
Yeah.
we have a system here that someone can put into their operation anywhere in the country.
It's crazy, right? So I guess I think the water does make a difference.
High mineral.
Quick question, if you live somewhere with terrible water, would you just buy like a Hinkley, like a purified water,
So
bottled
you don't
water?
want purified because you want minerals in the water. A lot of the bottled
Okay.
water is stripped of minerals.
had to buy water because your water is terrible?
I would probably buy an Italian mineral water.
Okay,
There you go.
thank you.
It's a great idea, and why not? I mean, you're spending all this energy and time and beautiful ingredients to top it. You know, you might as well go the extra mile. So now I'm docking this to retain its shape so it doesn't puff up when it hits the heat in there. And you can do it with a fork, you can do it with a docker here. Oh, I'm so sorry, I keep gravitating towards Anthony. You can do it like that, boom. And then you just give it, just this'll, or you can definitely use a fork, like that. This is a very necessary step. I think the screen is very necessary. If you have like a big deck oven that you could cook right on the, on the stone and everything, fine, but I have one of these at my house. When I make thin crust, it's so much easier to roll out and build on here and just put this in, and it never sticks to the screen, and it keeps it even. You don't have to rotate it, but if you do, it's easier to rotate. There's so many benefits, and they last forever, and they're cheap. Anthony, you sell these here? Great, he quit. I guess there's a new Pizza King in we get a thumbs up from a pizza? Yes, he's an employee. Look at him, he's rolled so many doughs out. He's got a bum wing on his right arm. He can't roll nothing out. This guy's like, he's getting worked to death by Anthony. Nothing, it's all good.
You call it a pizza screen?
A pizza screen, yeah. You sell the screens here, right?
We do sell the screens. We have some left on our rack.
Well, the pizza stone stays in the oven and you heat it up. The screen, you don't preheat. You build the pizza on here and you throw it in there, and it gives it, obviously because it's a screen, you get a little more even cooking, less dry. I mean,
Lifts it off the deck a little bit.
and it comes off of this very easily, provided you don't, over dock it, I would think.
So when you put it in the oven, do you slide it off that screen onto the
No, it stays on the screen the whole time.
Same with the wood-fired oven? It stays on the screen?
I wouldn't put this in that, yeah. Because you want that contact, you want, the exposure of all that. This is more for your home oven.
Are you into grilling pizza in the summer?
I don't, because I do have a wood-burning pizza oven. And for me, it's all about right, when you properly stoke that beautiful, like these guys here, and that flame shoots over the dome, and you get that top heat almost like a broiler, and you get the bottom heat. I mean, I don't think you can, I know there's grill attachments, like for Weber and stuff, that you could put it on a grill, or you can do your pizza stone, but you're not gonna get that, top, bottom, even heating. So there's a couple schools of thought. I like to leave a little. I'm not a big ton of sauce guy. I like more ton of cheese, but I do like to leave a crust on there. Then there's kind of like the trim and no trim. You can order it certain places where they go all the way to the edge. Some places even kind of like a cut around it to make it look perfect. I like having a little something to hold on to. Again, what's beautiful? What's that? Oh my God, this guy, I love you. You not so much, young lady. You don't love him right now. Speaking of zero trim, looks like tonight it's you in the basement. On the old laptop. Stop it, 21. Stop it. Oh man. All right. So that's it. And then again, big chunks of sausage. And I'm gonna put some I'm gonna do, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do half sausage. Now in the book, I say to, you could do this depending on once you kind of get going and knowing the temperature of your oven and all that. I like putting it on actually just clumps of it raw. That's what they do with the pizza joints. So it's super juicy and it like cooks like perfectly timed. That sausage comes out perfectly cooked and it's juicy and it's all that stuff. And I'm gonna do half of the jarred, which is always an option at all good pizzerias here. But I love it right out of the jar on top of hot pizza, but I also loved it baked in. Something happens, the flavor intensifies, magical things happen. If you see, what the difference between the Mauro Provisions Giardiniera is that we got red jalapenos, orange habaneros, green serranos, yellow banana peppers, red bell peppers, plus all the carrots, the cauliflower, the celery, all custom cut to my liking. I said, nah, it's got to be smaller. I was driving Randy Formella crazy, who's the oldest jardiniere, 4th-generation old family that makes this stuff. That they, I was very specific about the cuts. And then the biggest question I had was, do I put olives or no olives in the jardinera? And I put olives in there. And see, Emily, my sister Emily, she's like, I don't like it because it has olives in it. My mom's like, I don't like it because it has olives in there. Oh, you guys are wrong. Watching at home. They're always watching, damn it. I was over there today. She's like, you're not going to have my scones? I'm like, nah, it's early, I don't eat. I have a whole thing. I have a regiment of my planned eating. Lisa learned this. She's like, they don't eat. I start eating at 1 o'clock in the day at work. I do intermittent fasting. This is not a health seminar. And my mom knows it. She's like, I've made 3 batches of lemon blueberry scones. And you're not going to eat them? She was cool about it. Then we had a nice visit, and nobody argued, huh? Let's give that a round of applause. Woo! All right, half sausage, half jardinera going in the oven. Now, this one has like a built-in, this is a Moretti Forni oven that has actually ambient heat from the bottom, so it heats it up like a pizza stone. So this you can definitely bake on your pizza stone. If it's your home oven, I don't know if I would do the bottom like this. I would aim for start in the middle. Again, it's like an instrument. You got to learn your oven with pizza. They're all so different, right? And this gets, how hot does it get on that bottom?
That oven itself will go to 7.
That's like the sun, bro.
Is that why you guys heat up your trays in the kitchen? So
Yeah, we always do that for cheat sheets and stuff like that. You watch the kitchen. Are we liking it? Do we like me better when I was shooting at home, or do we like the studio? It's good, right? It's good. Good. At home, I know, but talk to my wife. She likes it better when I'm at the studio. But it's good. Are we watching? I can't. I have some good news that I can't share. Damn. Yeah, and them. Mom. I don't know. No, I'll be hosting a very popular show that'll air probably in the fall. Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? But I'll be like, what's the answer? I'm like, you are correct. Like, and they're not correct. No, I'll grow a mustache for that one. I'm trying to think. No, it's on Food Network, and it's such a it was such a great honor to be asked to host this. That's all I'll say. It's a big show, and you guys will see it come fall. And while still doing the kitchen, and hopefully Kitchen Crash. Anybody watch Kitchen Crash, the game show? It was fun, right? Well, then 3 people. That's why we're gonna now we're just gonna make ranch now to ease my pain. No, it's good. I think we're gonna do more of those too. It's very exciting. Everything's so exciting. I love making the TV. Look at that. So close. And these didn't even sit in the fridge overnight. I'm gonna move them to top rack. You could flip them. I just don't feel like it because, again, international star, cowboy, James Dean of Food Network. I say it all the time. I'm a rebel and I do what the hell I want. Right? So when you got the book, did she send the book to you? Come on over to the college? Yeah. Like are you in a fraternity? Yeah. What fraternity? Of course he's off campus. Look at him. He's got style. He did our time on. Now you're off campus. You got a thing with the guys, right? Or the girls, whatever. I ain't judging. But hey, man, in 2021, baby, whatever counts. So you live off campus. So when everybody, what fraternity are you in? Sig Pi. They're the good one, right? It's good. They're not like the nerds. No. I was in a fraternity too, Sigma Chi, when I was in college, and yeah, they're. Are you even 21, young man? No, I'm kidding. With a joke like that, you must be an adult. But yeah, I was more into. I was the one guy. First of all, I was the steward in my fraternity, so I controlled the kitchen, of course, for all 4 years of my fraternity. So I had to order the meat and the cheese and all the bread, and then we had an in-house chef that was, I think, right out of prison. And so I was like keeping him under control. It was like a hell of a job, but it gave me free room and board in the fraternity house. But I also, my other job was to choreograph all the dances for all, like, you know, do they still make you do stuff for sororities? Be like, it's time for the big dance. Like, oh yeah, I crushed that too. I did a whole thing. I was killed. I won a TV. Prove it. Is that you again, Slick? I'm gonna call you Trim Slicks. All right, we need a dipping sauce, right? This is a dry wing, which I kind of prefer, especially when I order from a pizza place. I always say, don't sauce it up for me. Let me dictate my sauce. On the way over from the pizza place, it always gets soggy. Nobody likes that. But I'm a ranch guy. You can go blue cheese. You can make this blue cheese instantly. But this is in the book, so you have the recipe in there as well. It's my buttermilk dill ranch, and it is the best ranch on the damn planet. Starting with mayonnaise, like Hellmann's, right? Not the off-brand stuff. Not like, you know, and not even the fancy stuff. If you've ever had like, I mean, there's some great, real, like, artisanal, super eggy ranches out there. It's just too much. I want it baseline. That's why and we kind of taper it, give it a little extra tang with some sour cream. Kosher salt, then granulated or powdered onion and garlic. So easy, like no fresh garlic in this, no fresh onion, simple, right? Then we have some fresh dill, little parsley. The fresh dill is key. You gotta have it, right? Are you in college? Yeah, where do you go to school? UIC. Go Flames, go. Go Flames, go. You stink. Take it away. Hey, guess what? Now you're 20. You're back to 20. I just put your ass in a time machine. You go now. My dad is I'm not even kidding, I've been to more UIC basketball games, the Flames, than probably most people who didn't go to UIC. Because my dad went there, but it was called Circle Campus back then, because he grew up in Taylor Street, and he's one of the first graduating classes from there. Because they demolished all their homes. They're like, oh, we'll give the kids like a good deal for college. So he went there, but he's a good alumni. So he had season tickets, floor seats. Most kids like dream of going to like the Bulls game, floor seats, or even like a skybox, even like the mezzanine. No, Flames game, UIC, courtside. But they had the Dragons Den where they'd feed you the whole game, right? Pizza halftime, and like ribs, third quarter. Oh God, screw the Bulls, man. Go Flames, go. You know what I'm talking about? So that's just like this right there. This will stay for a week. I believe it gets better come day 2. Everything kind of blooms. But for like a crispy wing in a salad, on a wedge salad, dunking vegetables in there for a crudité, Lisa. So delicious. You will never not buy. And it doesn't have that weird, you know, I'm fine, you know, like a vinaigrette from the squeezer from the jar you get in the refrigerated section. They're fine, but nothing beats a homemade ranch. I think that's the one, because the bottled stuff is like slick, right? Squeaky, shiny, weird. Yeah, like, why can't get it off? It's terrible. So rare cream. And dill, fresh dill, parsley, granulated garlic, granulated onion or powdered onion, little bit of each, show restraint. You don't want to be burping on your roommates at the off-campus house while you guys are huddled around, reading Come On Over, crushing beers, ripping tubes. I think the wings are ready. Oh, wow. So now you're going to make me eat one of these at Blazingly Hot, aren't you, Lisa? But look at how easy that is. And I promise you, do we have wings? I think the wings are coming out. Obviously, you got your Sidecar ranch. And I can't put it here, so you guys, I'm going to put it here. But you can kind of still see it. Here come the wings. These are jumbos, too. I made sure you guys have the biggest wings. But what I also love about the ranch, it also cools down the wings if they're a little too hot. You pull them right out of the oven. You're like, I know I should wait, but my mind is saying no. My body. You can't sing him no more, huh? No more R. Kelly. Don't play that at the club. All right, you can't request it. I'm just gonna grab one. All right, now it's like, what do you like better, flats or drums? Who's in a flats? Oh, we got a drum at flats? Okay. What about you 2-1? What do you like? Flats, all right, that's good. You'll grow into it. How about you, Johnny Scorza? You're a drum man. How about you two right there, VIPs? Oh, good answer. She just said wings. But I certainly mean the whole wings attached. You'd rather have them attached, right? I like do something about the drum in the flat attached when you get them. Then you like kind of open it up, but it's something. I'm not gonna get gross. Let's just eat. Let's try. It's like ripping. It's like a, you like open it up and like the joint sprays everywhere. So hot. Oh, these are gonna be so hot. Oh my God, but I'm going in. I don't even have a plate. They forgot about me here, guys. They only care about you. Holy cow.
How do you bake that on Food Network?
Say that again?
How do you bake that on Food Network when you're dying because your mouth is so hot?
I don't know if I do a great job of faking it. I usually do like the cool down bite because, right, for sake of timing, I can't sit there and like, every minute's like $1,000, $30,000. So I go, so you try to talk while cooling it down with your exhale. Oh my God.
What do you call the food you guys make? I always wondered that.
We lay it out for the crew.
Nice, yeah.
You can't give it away.
Oh, got it.
And literally, the irony is that right across where we shoot in Montclair, New Jersey, which is, similar to whatever, somewhere, small town in here. Not small town, but like a medium-sized village here, is that right across the street from us is like a food pantry. And we cannot give them any food. At the end, like when we wrap for the season, they can give them anything that's unopened. But aside from that, like any cooked food, they've gotten better and better about food waste. But still, you're gonna get it. No, there's no way around it. Like if you guys want pretty food to look at on TV. But when we were shooting at home, the first couple episodes, I was looking, it was the other day, we made like a pound cake. And I'm like, why do we have 5 loaf pans? I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, it's from the first episode. I made that peanut butter cake or whatever. Remember, it was like going viral. It's like a jar of peanut butter and like some, chocolate chips and eggs. And we had we had like 6, 7 loaf. Everybody was getting a peanut butter cake. But then as we shot 31 episodes from home, as it progressed, the season, we really scaled back because I don't want food waste. I didn't want to be stuck with 3 pies because I'll end up eating 3 pies. And so it's possible. It's just so. Terry and Terry, my 2 neighbors, and the Johnsons, they got it made in the shade. They're like, what? Like they're always looking. They see the lights go up. They're like, It's like, first of all, get out of the window. I'm showering. Yeah. I don't know how much. I am under 200 pounds. It's the first time since 8th grade. And that is not untrue. And so I work out a lot. We eat really well during the week. I do. And like I said before, I intermittent fast, which is timed eating, some people call it. I really stop eating at like 6 p.m. at night. And then I wake up, black coffee, water throughout the day, work out. And sometimes I'll take it all the way to 5 o'clock till dinner, not eat. which can be difficult if you're not super busy. Or I'll work out, have, a bowl of yogurt and berries or something, some granola and honey. And then come Friday, and I don't drink during the week, except Thursday at the Pizza Culinary Academy. But that's it, man. But like, I think at the end of the day, it's like calories in, calories out, and you got to move. And my wife is she doesn't deviate, whereas I love deviating so much. I am a deviation king. I love to deviate the hell all over town. I really do. What's that? Is this ready? Oh man, Lisa. It's looking good. I want a little more. Anybody else order their pizzas well done? Yeah. That's it. The pro move is uncut well done. That's it, right? Number one, especially if it's a deep dish, something real juicy like that, like a Malnati's or like a stuffed pizza. You can't. Tongs? Let me see the tongs. Are you still playing that at college, the Thong Song by Cisco? Shit, that was huge when I was in college. They can't sing about thongs anymore either. Those days are over. How are the wings? Tasty? So good, right? Low protein. Feed the muscle. What was I talking about? Intermittent fasting, working out. But yeah, so like my philosophy is, can we put a broiler on here? I want to hit it with a little more, give it another second. It's almost, don't even touch it. Because right now I just checked, I peeped at the bottom, and it's nice golden, but not too golden brown. But I still want that top a little more. We'll pull it out, and I want to show it to you guys, obviously. It sounded terrible. Yes? First of all, the correct answer is, I'm living the dream. I'm in Lyle on a Thursday night, 21 and over. You know what? People ask me all the time. There's two things I want to do that I guess I haven't accomplished yet. I still want to do this for the rest of my life. I love it. If the powers that be said, we're going to lock you in right here, this is as big as you're going to get, you never drop down, I would be so blessed. Like, honest to God, I'm not even just saying that. I mean, obviously, the trappings of this business is you want more and more because people often want to give you more. So you could get unhappy quickly if you just want more and more. So try not to fall trap to that. But there's two things that I've always wanted to do as a kid, and that was like, as big as it sounds, they're two very big things. But it's host my own late night talk show, like late night. Tonight Show, I would love to do that. I think I could do a great job at that show. Some say maybe even better than Fallon, even though I kind of look like him. And I'm quite frankly sick of people. Was that? I don't know. No, he's not. And I've done his show before he was on the Tonight Show. He's great. I mean, obviously he's an immensely talented person. So I'd love to do that. And I'd love to host Saturday Night Live. So one day. Because I've always been obsessed with SNL, but so I'm making moves to that. It's so funny. I'm shooting a movie in July. It's called North of the 10, which is it's like a real movie. My wife's like, what? What's this movie? I'm like, it's called Young Chefs. I'm sorry. I was gonna get blue, but I didn't go there. But it's a real movie, and I'm playing a chef in it. It's kind of a cameo. I've got like 2 lines of dialogue. So I feel like I'm on my way to the EGOT. You know what I mean? The Oscar's in my sights. I already got nominated for 2 daytime Emmys. But they just came out. They just came out yesterday. You know that.
No, I didn't.
Well, I would have told you, but I wasn't nominated. Lisa, thanks for bringing it up. So, oh yeah, this is exactly where I want it. Oh, thank you. Come on, bro. Come on. That was nothing. That took 0 energy. Didn't it? I don't want to burn their Formica, whatever this is. Don't worry. Everybody's sitting around. I'll shut the oven, everybody. Don't worry. I don't want you to, man alive. This is the hardest part, right? Waiting. I do feel that there's a lot of value to waiting for your pizza a couple minutes to settle. Don't you? Maybe like a wood fire Napolitan style. Probably not. You want to eat that hot because the thermal capacity of that is pretty low. This, it needs a couple moments. Oh, we have a question? Please.
When I make homemade pizza, I sauce, meat, cheese.
Sauce, meat.
Sauce, cheese, meat. What's the difference?
I don't know. I like the exposure to the heat, especially with the sausage, gives it a little caramelization. But there's also something to say about the kind of hybrid method of doing a little bit of both. I think the bigger the sausage, you want to make sure it's on top so it doesn't get trapped under there. I don't know. I think it's whatever you prefer. I know there's different, it depends on where you go. I always like seeing it. I like the advertising. But I also love pepperoni. And I love when you're like, there's no pepperoni on this pizza. And then you take a bite and there's like triple layer of pepperoni hiding under there. You know what I mean? There we go. You guys were, I know, I saw you. Let's watch him mess this up now. Don't bust the ranch either, because we got to drag this through the ranch. So now we're going to cut into proper squares with the old, I cut in the middle, especially if it's 50-50. How great is online ordering, like through an app, pizza now? I get so out of control sometimes. Like 25% pepperoni, 75% tzatziki, triple pepperoni. Anthony, do you sell the cardboard rounds here? Because this is the best. Because my guiltiest pleasure, what? You sell these?
No, we don't sell them.
You don't sell.
Buy them at Michael's.
It's COVID, I sell everything. I sell everything and I deliver everything. That's all. But ooh, I feel it. I feel the crunch. Let's check the undercarriage here. Legit. That's from that screen. That's from that screen. And it's even on. But if I took a bite of that right now, I'd be. Can we move this, Anthony, for the love of God, so my people can see? We have a question in the back. This you. There's always one. I love it.
Serious question. So you mentioned pepperoni, and I wasn't going to say anything until you brought it up, but there's a pizza place that used to be by my house, my favorite pizza, right there in Middle Park. And they had pepperoni.
Right by the jewelry exchange. I just know it from the commercials.
No, but they would, the pepperonis, they would use pepperonis, they would curl up.
Ezzo. What they?
Cup and char.
Cup and char, yeah.
Cup and char.
No,
C-U-P.
and char. So it's like it's the perfect size, round, perfect thickness. So in the oven, when it's on top of the cheese, you make those. You got those beautiful, EZZO is. You could. I don't know where you can get them.
Now Hormel sells it in sugar. And it's a higher sugar content and it's a natural casing.
So I
So
would say I've been buying either a boar's head or I don't know, it's like Mama said, it's a long pepperoni and we just got an outdoor pizza oven. So I've done your Napolitan 4 times now where I proved it. One time I did it only
See, Mom, it's good.
one time I only did it 8 hours because I didn't read it the night before.
Okay.
And you said, don't skip this tip. So then the next time I did it, 24.
This was pre-2020 when I wrote it.
And so last Sunday I started it on Friday, we didn't make it till Sunday. But I take the pepperoni and I slice it real thin and it makes the cup and it chunks
Yeah.
it on the top. So if you buy the whole length of the pepperoni,
Yep.
you'll get it that way.
Years ago, that was an absolute no-no.
What, the whole link? Or the cup and char, right? People want it flat. So funny. It's so good. Well, that's a thing. That's a big Detroit style thing, right? You get the Jets, you get buddies, whatever, and it comes with that just little, and it collects the grease into the pool. I dip it in, I do a little something on the cheeks, say a little rouge. So we got pizzas yet? Where are you guys from? Barrington, very nice. This is your daughter, right? Yes. God, my gosh, she's like, it's your birthday too, how old are you?
26.
Good answer, 26. No, I'm kidding. Well, we're going to have to sing happy birthday when the cannolis come out.
Just so you know, the wings were brought to us by Quality Meats. That's the owner of Quality Meats.
Right there, what's her name? Carol Stream. And you guys, the wings were generously donated to us by Quality Meats and Carol Stream, so thank you guys. Those are the wing. That's why I knew it. I go, she works. She's a winger over there. She's like, what part of it? She didn't choose sides when we said drums or flats. She just said wings. And each wing was like literally almost a pound. So that's how you know you get. Where could you find your stuff? Is it all wholesale or can you get it in grocery stores? Wholesale. Well, good. So if you know you're eating a good wing, it's from Quality Meats. Who wants a giardiniera one here in the front row here? I'm taking a middle piece and it's happening. It's happening, guys.
How do you get your recipe inspiration? Just kind of look what you have in your fridge and then go from there?
How do I get my recipe inspiration? Well, I have the Notes app, so I'm constantly updating that with things I just on the internet, what I see on TV, what I eat out, everything from all facets of life. But a lot of the times it's just the network, or the producers are like, we got to do a lasagna, we need a summer salad, we need this. So then it's like, oh, now I have this kind of sandbox to play in. And then they're like, that's a bad idea. What else do you have? All right, I got to try this. Man, it's not bad. I heard some coughing. I see we're putting some chard on the pizza. Man, I love pizza so much. Right? Friday night pizza. Sometimes on Thursday. Well, tonight's, yeah. Are we going to have pizza? Yes, sir, in the back.
Have you been to like a Cornell Chef's restaurant? It was awful.
Oh, my God.
Can we turn the YouTube?
I'm like, I know. He's like, are you, I'm surprised you're not wearing like a fake mustache and glasses. We're like, Hi, my name's Bobby Full. Have you been? No, not really. No, never.
You should open a local.
I'm done with that. That is for the birds. I had restaurants. It was fun. We had a lot of locations. It was a learning experience. It's such a hard business to make money. I'd rather come out with a line of products that I can 100% control, slowly build, bring to the world. And that's what we did with Mauro Provisions. Like, Lisa, who's our staff at Mauro Provisions? Lisa. I mean, honestly, that's it. She comes to my house, and I sit there, and we'll meet, and I fiddle guitar the whole time, and a lot gets done. But if there's a delivery that needs to be done, Lisa brings it. If there's a demo to set up for a TV spot, Lisa brings it. So it's like, I know I can take these jardinieras and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars blowing it all up all over the, I don't know. There's something about what we're doing that I've tried it the other way and been burned with bad partners and everything, but I think that just our philosophy in the organic building of this company it shows in the product. So I'm not gonna relinquish. Now, if someone wants to throw, do a $250 million buyout, I'll sit down with you. We'll talk. But until then, Lisa, grassroots, baby. Honey G. Yep, so now we have the Honey Giardiniera, which you have for sale over here. Whatever, guys, if you guys feel like bringing some stuff home, we have it. So it's cured with agave and honey. and then packed in oil and everything. So it's got this little sweet note to it. You don't find in other jardinera. You've had it, right? It's our medium with the honey. So it's very attainable, yeah. So it's called Honey G. So it's our medium. Look how colorful that is, right? But more people, and you know what's the best part, is that people call us now to go into their stores or to use in their restaurants, and that's kind of been the goal. Like, you know, play hard to get, right? Yes. You know, like the Mike's Hot Honey, it's great, right? It's great on pizza, but it's so much honey flavor because it's honey. Yeah, so this is, you know, that was part of the inspiration, but with all the texture, the nuances of flavor that you get that's not just honey and heat, you know? No, but I make panzerotti, right? Which is like the same thing. You can fry it or bake it. You make calzones? Do you cook at college?
I make them occasionally.
Yeah.
Like, there's this shitty calzone place where it's open until 3 a.m.
And ironically, it's called shitty calzones, you would think. Line out the door. Right.
It's phenomenal at like 1 a.m. when you're like really warm.
And that's at Ohio. You're at Iowa. Has it been open for a while?
Yeah, it's called TPO.
I think I've been there. Early. Yeah, there's a place like that in Peoria. I went to Bradley. Anybody, what, someone from Peoria in here? But no, I love Peoria. It's a great town. But there's a place called Hoops that was the same thing. If you like ordered pizza from there, like it was terrible, but it was open till 4 a.m. It's great. At 3:58, oh, it's the best bite of pizza you'll ever have. Another round.
Are we going to lose a lot of independent restaurants to the pandemic? Like friends and family members, whoever?
I think so. I think I would say, if you made it this far, I think you're in it. I think I think what we would lose, we've already lost. I think, but I still think people need a lot of help, especially with the employees and staffing and getting enough help in there. I mean, it's like everyone I know that's their biggest issue. Plus food costs. I would order. There's two things. You know, forego the DoorDash and all that stuff and order directly from them if you're getting it delivered, especially pizza joints. Even though it's not usually the most pleasurable experience, the person answering the phone. I don't know, man. You would think in this.
It's culture.
It's
culture.
Yeah.
You want
It's
a good pizza, you kind of have to.
what? I'm like, hello? I was like, I like 2 extra large. Ugh. I'm like, is that It's up there. I know. That's this guy Frank Bertoli by my house. Bertoli's Pizza. He was like, we were even in high school. 2 a.m. Whatever. Still, even feeling no pain at that point, scared out of our minds to call this guy. Hey, what do you want? It's like 6 pounds of Oh, I just turned off the oven. I'm like, you're open. But I would do that. I would forego the apps, and I would just, we're all here, right? We're all not afraid to kind of cozy up next to somebody and dine. I think now, and if it's between the drive-through of McDonald's or Wendy's in the Greek Run, Gyros joint or beef stand, go to the beef stand. They need your cash more than the big corporations. And, host up there. Go, if it's a graduate, everyone wants to host at their house, right? We all miss it. I wrote a book on it, but at the end of the day, it's a lot easier to clean up, and maybe son's graduation, stuff like that. Rent out a joint, get 2 tables, take care of the servers that are there that aren't, are actually working and everything. I mean it, no, right? It's, I don't know, I'd start with that, like ground level, super conscious of like how you're getting the food into your home. They need it. Oh, speaking of food, Lisa, why don't you tell us about our Mauro provisions?
So tonight only, you can walk away
Stop eating.
with 2 pounds of Italian beef. This is our Italian beef kit that we have on the website that we sell for $129. But tonight only, you can get it. Close your ears.
No, I did not sign off on $75. I signed off on $99.
Tonight only, you have to walk away with it.
Johnny, how much is beef up? 30%? 25 to 30% up. Beef prices are 35%.
You get 8 jumbo sausages.
Look at those big hogs.
They heat pack each and every one of them.
Look at this, Ezzy. But this is honestly, I love the Jardiniere. I love this. But which makes this different than like Bona Beef or Portillo's or wherever you go to a beef stand, you get the bulk beef or what's the other stuff in the like Papa Charlie's. Is that this is, you could already see the marbling in there. This is prime chuck roll, shaved super thin. So all you do is dunk it for a minute, maybe 2, in this super rich gravy, and it's the best beef you'll ever have. Toronto rolls are jarred. This, that, boom. That's it. I'm not selling anything else. God damn it. How are we doing?
Security.
No, Jay-Z, please. He did. No, I did. He loves the sausage. He loves the steak. He loves the burgers. Jeezy's a great friend, and he loves the Jardiniere. He's going through. He's on his like third pack. I was like, I got to start charging you, buddy. He's like, come on. I think it is. If you do it to my instructions, it is just as good, if not better, than Johnny's. And I'll tell you why. Because it really is, John. Hey, what beef and sausages Johnny's use? Boom. So it's his, but ours is better because it's prime. Boom. That answers your question. I'm moonwalking. Mm-mm. Yeah. It is good, but you know. Yeah. Exactly. So this is the same. So John scores. How many generations have you guys been? 3rd generation. His family grew up on the same street as my mom and my grandparents in Galewood, on Neva, and so I've known that family forever, and that's where we always bought our meat. You know, it was like when the neighborhood butcher went away, we had a guy that, you know, wholesaled it, but luckily would, you know, sell whatever to us. And that's kind of that was the genesis of this partnership with the great sausage and the beef and everything. So part of the multi-generational families we're working with.
Is your Jardiniere only online or is it in retail outlets yet?
We sell in Riverside Foods. Gene and Giorgetti's has a marketplace in the city. Prime and Tender, as of tomorrow, in Hinsdale. No, go ahead. Yeah, roll it down. That's been touched by the hands of God. What about birthday girl? Did you get some? What do you do for a living? Live it. Are you home? Are you at home or are you on your own? You're not 19. Is she? Oh, an IT girl. Smart. All right. Are you still living at home? Oh. Really? Where in Arizona? There's great food over there. Pizzeria Bianca. Ever been there? That's in Scottsdale. Yep. Wait, you're 51.
But it was, we couldn't celebrate last year's birthday. 51.
It's your happy birthday. What's your name? Jim? What's your name? Todd? Scott, Jim, and what's your name? Caitlin. You're 21. You're Scott, Todd, Caitlin. 36 over here, a birthday? 39? Holy cow. I was going to do you too? This is about him. Let's just. Sky. 21-year-old named Sky. World's yours, brother. I can't compete with that. Great seeing you, John. Everybody, John Scores, give him a round of applause. He's got to murder 400 heads of cattle tomorrow morning, so he got the bolt. I'm kidding, we're all eating beef. I mean, nobody, right? Nobody works for Is it your birthday there too?
37 years today.
Anniversary? Oh my, look at us smiling. They're happy. They got, now they're making out in front of us. He's the real sausage king of Chicago. Yep. Yes, very much so. I mean, most sausage you eat usually comes from him or Greco, who I went to college, so I know all the sausage king. I had a lot of choices when it came to sausage partners. Sorry. All right, I think we should all sing happy birthday. And then we're going to sing happy birthday, and then I'm going to go over by the signing thing, and I'll sign whatever books. Do we get the books? Oh my God, the books came. Oh, I didn't say anything to anybody. They came from my publisher. They were a couple days late due to the trucks. Jay's in the back. Is she in there? What's she doing? Why are we whispering? Jay's eating pizza. Jay brought the books. Lisa's wife came over here. She had back surgery about 6 weeks ago, and I'm making her load the truck. But I'm so glad, because otherwise, I'm happy for Lisa, because if the books didn't come by now, she would have had to ship out like 50 books, and that's just a lot of work and it's a big carbon footprint. But let's sing happy birthday to Sky, Scott, Jims, Tina, Ronaldo, and Bill and Steve. Sorry, Sky. So we're gonna have to remember this. This is like one of those camp games or whatever. Not that I ever went to camp. Did you go to camp? I didn't go to camp. Camp, my mom opened the back door, goes, go to camp. Figure it out. Yeah. Here's a brick of lady fingers. Go find something to do. All right, Sky, Todd, Caitlin, Sky, Todd, Caitlin's, Robert. Oh, it's your birthday. You called out your own birthday. You're that guy, Robert. And then what are your two names? Jay and Elaine. Awesome. You guys got like a lake house or something like that? Like a boat? Don't they look? I like showing up. I brought my tube. Okay, so we're gonna all sing happy birthday, and then we'll do a happy anniversary after that. We'll just make it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sky, Todd, Caitlin, Robert. Right, Robert? Happy birthday to you. I got all the names right, too. See? I had fun in college, but not that much fun. Now let's sing happy anniversary to Elaine and Jade. Elaine and Jade. What are you saying for happy? Oh. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Sky, Todd, Caitlin, Robert, Elaine, Ty. Happy anniversary to you. 37 years, right? Great, thank you. All right, thank you guys. Thanks, this was fun, right? This was a good one, right, Anthony? This was good. So I'm going to be sitting there. Come on up. I'm sure we have an order for that. But yes, we have a question before I close the show. Yeah. I'm kidding. Where's the cannoli? Oh, there's always one, Aunt. We have to ask if anybody has pistachio allergies. Not this guy. Look at him. You think he's allergic to pistachio? He's like, I'm allergic to manna gut, salama gut. No. They're coming out.
What's the thought about the whole plant-based movement that's coming out? And I mean, what are the chefs saying about that?
I think people are getting behind it considerably. I mean, I think it's I am not, it's going to be hard to, I like it. I'd rather go plant-based and actually cook with plants, even tofu to that extent, I like. But like the stuff that's made to look like meat, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's got a place. But there's a lot of money in it, so people are gonna get behind it. If there's an incentive to chefs to serve it and cook with it and manipulate it so it's just as delicious. But I think there's still a lot of giant population, percentage of the population that's gonna be like, you know what? I'd rather have a wing from Quality Beats. But I don't know. I don't know why we need to make things I love vegetables. I love fish. I know fish is like a meat, right? Is it a meat? I don't know. We try to only eat fish during the week, except on Thursday at the Pizza Academy. But I don't know. So I like to cook with vegetables and not have to. I don't know. Those things kind of skeeve me out a little bit. They come in the pack, and I still wear gloves. I wash my hands. I'm like, why am I washing my hands after it's just plants? There's no worms in there, are there? Great question, though. You're not a vegetarian, right? No. He laughs. This guy's he's like tearing, he's like blood tears coming out of him. He's like, I am not a vegetarian. Hey man, again, if it's delicious, if it's good, I would do it. You would do it, right? A plant-based Italian beef kit. Wait, who did it? Someone just did it. Bone of beef. Yeah, have you had it? Seitan. You know what seitan rhymes with? Satan. I didn't say it. But hey, it got a lot of press. They probably sold some product, made some people happy who want Italian beef. What do they got? They got rainbow. Oh, they bought rainbow cone. Well, they opened up a second one. Is it in Rosemont? Oh.
Right here, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, my aunts used to pick me up and drive me all the way to the south side. Yeah, it was great as a kid. I used to sling beefs for Tuscany for the Taste Chicago every year in high school. From when I was 14 did you work the Taste? But Rainbow Cone was right next to us. And we'd throw them a beef, and they'd give us but you can't hide a rainbow cone, so you just be it's it's just oh my God, it hurts, and then you put it down. It was the best. And then my wife, I didn't even know, she worked at Eli's Cheesecake, which was right behind us, but we didn't know each other then, so the romance started later. Did you just get that? Can you send it to my wife? It was very cute. Was my favorite restaurant in Chicago. Oh, here comes the cannoli, just for you. What's your name? Give Pat a round of applause, because if it wasn't for Pat, nobody would have any cannoli, evidently. I don't know. I eat at so many neighborhood. I live in River Forest, so we eat on Madison Street and Forest Park a lot. Jimmy's for pizza and Vesuvio, and I love that. I mean, we eat a lot of neighborhood places, but if I'm getting dialed up and going to the city, I love Gibson's Italia for if you want a steak but also want pasta and good salads and veg. It's really good, right? And it's because if I go to Gibson's on Rush Street, it's there's a 68% chance I'm gonna run into my dad and his buddies. So Gibson's Italia is for my generation, which is kind of a nice break from seeing my dad. And then I love, for Bavette's Steakhouse is so damn good. If you can get into it, so you gotta, I don't know anybody. You got a guy? I've tried that. I've done that. It's the only place I was excuse me. I don't know if you know who I am, but I do demos in Lyle every third. No. And then they're oh, we'll try to fit you in, and I never hear back from them. Really? Son of a bitch. But I love that. I love Monteverde for Italian, which is in the West Loop. It's good. Topolobampo for high-end Mexican, Frontera as well. Where? We're gonna do pictures. Don't. why are you making it about you in your pictures? No, I'm kidding. Oh, we got. Oh my God, it's a cannoli. It's hot cannoli. Oh, I should have sang to you when the candles were out. Put it on Instagram. One more. We got a question.
Do you have a funny celebrity story you can share with us? Like where somebody asked you to either cook for them or like make a magic stuff for them? Any good story about
What's that? Any good story about GZ? I mean, they're one and the same. I'll try to answer both of those. Celebrity story. All right, this is the first one that comes to mind. It was the first time I met Guy, besides being on Food Network Star, and he did the challenges with us there. It's now defunct for obvious reasons, but it was the Atlantic City Wine and Food Festival, which, as you can tell, was probably the most shady food festival I've ever been a part of. But we were still, the show Food Network Star was still on the air. So nobody knew I won. I knew I won. Guy knew I won, but none of the public knew I won. And they flew the last 6 contestants on the show to Atlantic City to partake in this. And I remember it was like my first time hanging out with Guy. And we go up and we do a demo, and he brings us on stage. He like makes us dance, which was humbling. But I'm a great dancer, but still. And then that night, I remember he was feeding me Jack Daniels and cigars like all night. But we couldn't like celebrate or congratulate, which I'm like, this is the best, until you're on your like 3rd cigar and like 8th shot of Jack Daniels. And the rest of the night, the mornings, ended up with me vomiting in the shower, which I'm not proud of, but I had to be at a network event that next morning. And he had to be there too, and I remember him knocking on my door that morning. He's like, come on, cowboy up, let's go. It's 8 a.m. And this guy looked, it's hard to tell. He had the glasses on, the spiked hair, but from that moment on, I go, there's 2 things I learned, right? Show must go on, show up, no matter how hard you party. You got to be there, especially for a network event. Get on the mic, have a glass of water, an Advil, 2 more shots of, whatever it is. He's a bane. And number 2, don't ever drink that hard with Guy Fieri again. My GZ story is when he chopped me for the first time. Yeah, I've been chopped 5 times. I've been on Chopped. I'm 0 for 5 on Chopped. I'm terrible at it. I hate it. Last time they chopped me, I was with my mom. We did the Mother's Day episode. I don't know if anybody saw that. I was pissed. You could chop me all you want. You chop my mom, you're fucking. But then I ended up going out, because we're. What's that? Yeah, I made the same sandwich as Ted Allen. Why do you think Ted Allen didn't get chopped? Because he hosts the damn show. I'm the ringer here. I am the sandwich king, but not when I'm, I guess, verse Ted Allen, I'm not. But the first time I did Chopped, and that was my first interaction with him. This was before the kitchen when I had Sandwich King and all that. It was a Chopped All-Stars. And he chopped me. It was like this first round again. I think, I love getting, it's better to get, if you're going to get chopped, you might as well get chopped the first round. Because then you're back at the hotel, at the hotel bar having a cocktail by 2:33, where everybody else is there till 11 p.m. And we, that's what my mom and I ended up doing. I was so pissed. She's like, calm down, it's okay. I'm like, but they chopped you, and it's freaking set up. I was so mad. So then we went out, New York City, Meatpacking District, and had dinner and drank our way through the city. It was actually a wonderful thing. But that first time he chopped me, he was so, and that's when I really kind of fell in love with him. He's like, I'm sorry, you've been, Ted's like, sorry, contestant Jeff, Lester Close, she's like, sorry, you've been chopped. Sir, for not making something, sir, but chop. Flip-flop gummy bears, whole chicken, quality wings. And he chopped me, but Jeffrey was like, listen, man, I know you've been chopped. Your dish wasn't as good as everybody else's. Quite frankly, it wasn't good at all. No, but it was like, he's like, but you were so much fun to watch. You were so entertaining. You were so such a joy to watch cook and listen to and watch here in front of you, And the next night he invited me out to dinner, and it was like as a consolation, I guess, for chopping me. And he made me pay. That's not a joke. All right, I gotta sit down. I could talk all night. Just come over here. We'll share some moments. But how's it? Because he's got like 4 sport coats and he just keeps rotating them. No, he sticks to his brand. You know.
He looks like he walked out of the magazine. I'm like, and yet you're cooking.
I know. We say we're gonna do a little switcheroo one of these days, and I'm gonna come out in the seersucker and the ascot. All right, one more.
So Alton Brown has like a Broadway show tour starting. Should I get tickets to that or no?
Just wait for mine. All right, come over here.